For my summative project, I read the book Lord of the Flies by Nobel Prize winner William Golding. This is a fictional novel that's main genres are castaway fiction, loss of innocence, and allegory. Two major themes that I saw in this book are the need for civilization and how everyone has a little bit of evilness inside. The boys in the book are first civilized and playful, but they become violent as there's no authority to guide them. A major symbol is a conch shell. It is used to call assemblies and it gives speaking authority. It is significant because it symbolizes rule of law and civilization. As a result, when it was broken in the book, the society they created broke down as well. Another symbol is the Lord of the Flies or the pig head. This is a reference to the name of a biblical devil, Beelzebub. So the pig is a kind of supernatural figure, but it mostly symbolizes the evil and violence that exists in every human. In this quote, things get a little out of hand as the boys pretend to hunt one of their own members. They try to stab one of the boys with their spears, and they start to chant, "Kill the pig, cut his throat," and on, even though it's actually a human. While the boys were playing around, the quote-unquote good leader couldn't help but join in with the act. This quote is significant because it shows that even the good guy's evil came out, as he said he would have enjoyed killing that boy. In the book, the leader established the conch as a symbol for order and civilization. He uses the shell as an icon in their meetings for taking turns and speaking, which is a significant symbol in the story as mentioned before. I have a small connection to this. In grade 1, my teacher had a colorful stick that had the same purpose as a conch. Whoever held it would talk, and the rest would remain silent and give respect. Just like the conch, the object was used to keep things civilized. However, the stick didn't always work in my class. Another connection I can make is with the fact that when the boys had no rules or guidance, they started to get out of control, and the line between good and bad got blurry. This connection is actually a story my teacher told me a year ago. At his gym, you would have to trade your membership card to get a towel in order for people to return it later. One day, the staff wanted to see what would happen if there was no rule, and as expected, no one returned the towels, and the change rooms were a mess. A clear text-to-text connection is with The Hunger Games. They had many similarities in characters, setting, and plot. In both books, they are stranded in a place where they have to survive, and they have similar themes like good versus evil, survival of the fittest, and violence. Another text-to-text connection I can make with this book is actually with the video game I played before. In the book, a fat character called Piggy was killed by one of the evil leaders, Jack, for no reason. He was bullied by most of the boys, even though he was a good character. This reminds me of the game The Walking Dead. It's about a zombie apocalypse and people's efforts to survive. In the game, there was a group called the Crawford. They were a survival group that didn't care for what they did because there's no authority in their world. They killed innocent people to have the best chance of survival. They only allowed healthy middle-aged people and killed off anyone that was old, young, pregnant, or sick. Just like the book, it shows that when the rules are not enforced, people's inner evil comes out. The textual world I can make is with the political parties that exist in the US. There are two separate groups in Lord of the Flies, Ralphs and Jacks, and this separation leads to the total loss of unity on the island. This is similar to the two parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. Another connection I can make is with the idea of the need for civilization. Since there is no grown-up on the island, the boys have the responsibilities to take care of themselves. Two boys start to get into a power struggle because they have different ideas and they both want to rule. Somalia is an example that shows the loss of a structured society. In November 1991, a power struggle was raging after the former dictator Mohammed Said Barre was overthrown. Two clans fought over the control of the country. Even when Americans got involved, the fighting still continued, leading to more power struggle and deaths. The tragedy proves that when government is lost and civilians fail to work together for the common good, society falls apart. This is just like what happened in the book. Philosopher Hobbes' theory basically summarizes the main themes of the book. He states that humans all have evil in them and that chaos forms when there's no rule. We can see in our real world and in the book that without guidelines or authority, problems arise because of our self centered human nature. The author was inspired to write the book when he saw the horrors of war in the Royal Navy. It is believed that the book is based on that. Although it can be argued against, no one is totally good. We all possess a little bit of evilness, and it's kind of like the quote, fair is foul and foul is fair.